Alright, and welcome. Actually, let me turn on the TV real quick. Just mute it. Welcome to Snook Marine presenting Let's Learn Japanese, a course series for the self-study of Japanese from basics and beginnings up to intermediate and hopefully advanced. Again, as the last few videos are going to be, it's the Let's Read Japanese. Today's going to be episode 11 of Keikon Dekinai Toko. This is episode 11. There's 12 total. I'll probably get the 12th one done today as well, just because tomorrow I probably won't do any type of live stream because I got to do some, got to go to Yokohama for some, fill some paperwork out, or actually submit some paperwork and whatnot. Then hopefully after, so that'll be Wednesday, and then Thursday the idea then is I'm going to start the Let's Read Japanese of Harry Potter Book 1, the Part 1 of Book 1, Part 1. Part 1 of 2, so the first half, basically, let's keep it simple. First half of Book 1, then second half of Book 1 will be a little bit later. And in between those parts, or in between those two halves, I'll put in a regular drama, some type of drama to watch. It might be either a drama where it's on it's a drama with, let's say, a transcript, or if not, I'll also do it like I did with Keikon Dekinai Toko, where I'm just actually reading the subtitles, because that seemed like fun as well. Let's see, what else did I do today? Let me go and let's see. We can do something real quick. Yeah, this one right here. Alright, so what I posted on the Learn Japanese subreddit was a link to this. And so you can go there, and anyway, it's just Yahoo Japan, yahoo.co.jp. Then it's the news site, and on there is the video. So just go to the video ones, and go with the top ranking. So it just goes with the top, all the top ranked videos of the day, or within the last few days and whatnot. It pushes the most recent has more priority than the and whatnot. And just what I recommend is go click on a video like this one, and so in this one, let's see, so this is where a lady was apparently strangled. Okay, good, happy-go-lucky news. So anyway, what it was is, watch. This is basically what can be also a part of Let's Read Japanese, and that spend a little bit of time in the morning or whatever time, and just go over the Japanese news for a little bit. It could be a half hour a day, an hour a day, 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. What I've been doing is I'll press play, and then as it's reading, I'll read through it, and if it sees something, you hit the space bar, it will pause it, and then you can look up a word, let's say, keisatsu, if you didn't know what that is, or kosai aite, whatnot, look those words up, and now you're kind of getting a feel for it. Then what I'll do after that is, after I've finished reading the article, and kind of got a good idea about the story, I'll replay the video and just watch it straight. Yeah, I think it worked out pretty good. It's I did it a little bit yesterday, did it today. It's something that I remember doing way back when with NHK News. The problem was that always trying to see if there was some type of transcript that kind of followed closely to what I'm seeing on the video. That's all. You could just do it without transcript and whatnot. That's fine, and that works out just as well. Just kind of like the idea that I'm seeing some words that are kind of cool, and just and just reading and whatnot. Yeah, this is kind of a little violent story. There was another sad story about this older gentleman was fishing with his two grandchildren. He had fell into the water, and his 8-year-old grandson had dived in after him, tried to save him, but he wasn't able to save his grandfather, so the grandfather had passed away. There was a story here about this acting troupe, from this Korean acting troupe, where one of the ladies was arrested because of possession of narcotics. What was that one? This was, not seeing it here. Oh, it's this story here. Yeah, just go through and catch up on some stories. 3, 4, 5 a day if you want to go for a number, or go for time. Do it for a half hour or whatnot. Just press play, read up on it, and then rewatch it again. And yeah, it's just that's a let's read if you want to. In this case, it's let's read the news. So something to check out when you get, again, there's something you can do when you're past that M4 portion, when you're got the 2,000 words in your pocket, and you can got more comprehension as to what you understand quite a few words now. You just got to look up a few to get a bit more of the detail, because some of these words are going to be advanced or not even on any type of material that you're going to normally be learning, and go from there. If you find out some stuff later on, if you learn it, let's see, can I link it? Sure, I can link it. Let's see, copy. Here you go. Link it right in the chat. It's pretty easy to find. It's just news.yahoo.co.jp. Just click on the ranking and whatnot. And again, there's NHK and whatnot. And you can kind of see they got quite a few sources, so that makes it even better. So you got a lot of places to choose from. I think you got FNN, TBS, Fuji Terebi, Nihon Terebi. What else they got? A few of them. I think ANN. They've got a few where they're not playing everything that's on the video. There's a transcript, but there's no audio. Really, it's just kind of showing a video of what's happening, and they've got little. So it's not all the same, but I think for the most part it should be more than functional. Okay, let's get out of that. Okay, so this is finishing up again the last couple of episodes. I'm hoping to finish it up today. Get those out there, and I'll post the playlist, the final playlist, on the Patreon and whatnot. As far as the Patreon goes, I do need to go and kind of reformat it slightly. Redo the video so it's not saying SDJL and it's saying LLJ, or Let's Learn Japanese. Same thing I need to on the subreddit here, the Let's Learn Japanese subreddit. Again, post the links, basically post everything as well, and pin the messages at the top, and make it easier for people to find. Just again, with the kanji kohi forums down, and unfortunately it's just a lot of material was kind of not lost. I mean, again, nothing really is lost on the internet too much, unless somebody somewhere has backed up stuff. In fact, I backed up the posts that I had made that I considered were important, and if need be, there's always the Wayback Machine where you can find links there. If you I might go to the Wayback Machine, just do a copy of it, so I can paste it onto the Patreon pages, and that might make it easier as well. Anyway, as far as these are going, again, like I said, the plan is finish up this video, do Harry Potter, then I might do, I think, Nobudo will produce, then finish up Harry Potter book 1, and then I think Magera Onna will probably be a really good story to read. I like that. It's kind of funny. It can be serious at times, but yeah, I enjoyed it anyway. It's a good, kind of like a comedy drama, legal drama of sorts, kind of, sort of. And then maybe GTO and Nodame Cantabile. We got a lot of dramas I can choose from that I have available on my own, and then I can also use Netflix. Since I did do a streaming on Netflix, like this particular video up above, I had once streamed on Netflix and it worked out fine as far as the live stream went. So yeah, play that and read along, and it works out quite well. What else? Yeah, so it feels like if I decide, hey, I want to do the entirety of the Harry Potter series, and from the looks of it, that's about the equivalent of, I want to say, let's see, two. So that's, let's say those are 8. So that's 80 hours plus 6, and 4. So that's another 10. So it's about 18. So about 18 equivalent, 18 light novels. It's the equivalent of 18 light novels. And with, let's see. And just go with that. Let's see, Hana-chan asks, have you not been hit with copyright strike? Yeah, I've been hit, but it's mainly with the audio, with the music, and that's fine. One time I got just fucking hammered was when I had the video a little lower, and you could see more of the video, and I got hit hard. They just I guess Fuji, was it Fuji Television or TBS? I think it was TBS television. They did the a takedown notice on that one, so that hit me, and then I couldn't live stream on YouTube for about 6 months, which is fun. It was annoying, so I went, and that's why I was doing Twitch streams at that time, and then I would just copy I would move the video from Twitch over into upload onto YouTube, and that worked out fine. That's why I'm doing it like here, where I'm not showing the entire, like I'm not going to show the entire screen. So I keep that up above here, and I'm playing. If I can, I'll play the subtitles, so it's that's part of the image as well. So it's about reading, and yeah, it seems to be fine. I don't think there has been too many complaints. I'll put it that way. The most is always going to be, as always, the music. They are. They are insane when it comes to music. I mean, I posted a video where I was doing a workout, and it was just the music on the loudspeaker of the gym. I had no control over it, but again, had copyright hits on it. It was insane. It's stupid. At least now they kind of changed it where it's like, okay, this company will go and monetize your video for themselves. Fine, go for it. I mean, what do I make off YouTube? Maybe if I ever pulled the money out, it would be like the equivalent of $10 a month. So it's not like that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm Mr. Moneybags or anything, but $10 isn't enough to fight over, especially because the benefits are from doing the YouTube stuff is the benefits are being experienced in other locations. That's all. It's just the ability. Hey, here's some videos people can watch, and yeah, you might see some things with the ads. I don't have control of that if it's monetized in that way, and yeah. With that said. As always, yeah, just keep reading. Just a little every day, and also do the studying a little every day. Yeah, I'll be going on to into vocabulary. I already finished up the kanji. So I know I'd studied kanji like way back when. Did the 2000 of the RTK 4th edition. So I got 2042 kanji at that time. And then later on I went and did 500 kanji from RTK book 3. And that got... but I never learned any vocabulary with that kanji, so that soon those kanjis all disappear. So yeah, now that I'm slowly adding kanji back, it's like, okay, this works. I think it works great, and do it in chunks of 500, and most frequent 500, second most frequent 500, third most frequently 500, and in between you're learning like a lot of vocabulary, and that works out great. Okay, so with that, and we got 8 people or 6 people, whatever, watching. Let's get started. Again, this is episode 11, and get the earphone in. Here we go. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer. All right, let me turn down my microphone. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you can hear me, but it's a lot lower. You're not hearing the fan in the background. And let's begin. I was about to say, let me just add in, I live in an apartment building similar to that, kind of like 30 floors or whatnot, and although ours has a watchman, if he's not there, yeah, you're not getting through the door. You might have a neighbor or something to help out, but yeah, again, like if you're like him, live alone, it's going to be really difficult to get back into the building. Yosh. Yosho. Shinobi返しか。やるな。Shinobi返しか。And yeah, police officers do drive those bicycle-like things with the little metal case on the back with their stuff.
ちょっとはい。何してるんですか？いや、ちょっと長い。ちょっと降りてきてもらえます？え？降りてきてもらえます？
バラか。部屋の中に鍵忘れてきちゃったんですよ。オートロックなもんで。
ご家族はい
ません。
身分を証明するものは
ありません。
困りましたね。
なんとか入れそうなんでね。
いやそういうことじゃなくて。
なんで別に怪しいもんじゃないですよ。
どう見ても怪しいでしょう、そんな格好で。
部屋着なんですから仕方全開だよ。部屋の中入れば身分証明書ありますから、それでいいでしょう。
よくないですよ。
どうして
じゃなくて、
この方うちの隣人ですからね。
本当ですか？
はい。
ほらね。
最近この辺りに変質者が出没するもんでね。
変質者 I know that's a strange person, but 変質者が出没変質者が出没するもんですね。
私が通りかかってよかったですね。
普段の行いがいいからラッキーだったよ。
それだけですか？
一応礼は言ってこう。どう？
そういう態度だといざという時誰も助けてくれませんよ。
いざという時誰も助けてくれません。
そうじゃ。
そりゃ
全然知らない人だって言ってやればよかった。
大体見えてきましたね。
あとさ、ここを取り外してオープンにしちゃおうぜ。
わかりました。
こんちは。
あ、いらっしゃい。
と問題発生。
何ですか？
まさか設計変更しろとかいいんじゃないだろう。
設計は変更しなくていいの。ただお客様から要望があって。
何？
キッチンとリビングの壁紙をね、花柄にしてほしいっていうのよ。
花柄ってあの花柄ですか？
そう。
出たよ。却下。
お客
花柄ですか？却下。出たよ、却下。
様からの要望を簡単に却下できないでしょ。お金を出してるのはお客様なんだ。
このデザインのな、どこに花柄入れるんだよ。
その
花柄。I know that. So is that the wallpaper or 花柄 floral design pattern?
キッチンとリビング全面的に。
断ってくれ。花柄な、俺がこの世で嫌いなトップ5に入るんだよ。
他の人に仕事行っちゃうよ。
構わんね。そういうメルヘンな家を作るのは勝手だろ。
メルヘンな like a fantasy? メルヘンな yeah, fairy tale. そういうメルヘンな家を作るのは
俺の関係ないところでやってくれ。
やってくれ。バイブレーター。
みちる、もしかしてまた？また。うわ。
ストーカー？
こないだからしょっちゅう変なメールが来るんです。
知らない人なの？僕は君を一目見て運命を信じるようになりました。会いに行きます。その日から二人の未来が始まる。
こんなのが一日に何回も。
気持ち悪いよね。
夏美さんはないですか、こういう経験？
私はあんまり覚えないかな。
夏美さんってしっかりしてて隙がなさそうに見えるからかな。
しっかりしてて隙がなさそうに見える。
そういえば時間とかにもあんまり会ったことがない。なんでだろう。
時間にもあんまり会ったことがない。あんまり会ったことがない。
いいなあ。その年までに会ったことなければもう安心ですね。
そうね。
夜道歩いて帰るのか。怖いな。
Fondue. So I guess it's like a cheese and wine heated up, and then dip vegetables and meat into it. I haven't really eaten that much. Oh, the floral design pattern. Hanagata.
何食べる？何食べようか。私さ、今日ピザが食べたいんだよね。明日も食べたいな。じゃあさ、1個ずつ取って半分こしない？
はい。お勘定お願いします。
お願いします。
はい。すいません、送ってもらっちゃって。
困ってる時はお互い様。
あ、でも帰り道夏美さん一人になっちゃいますね。
大丈夫よ。狙われるのはもっと若い子でしょ。
でも暗がりだし。
あれ？
こんばんは。
こんばんは。
それじ
あ、実はみちるちゃんがストーカーに遭ってるみたいなんです。
何
ゃストーカー？
てるみたいなんですね。
いろんなやつがいるな。
どういう意味ですか？
少しは心配してあげてください。お隣なんですから。
それは困りましたね。
そうじゃなくて。そうだ。桑野さんに夜道一緒に帰ってもらえばいいじゃない。
いいですいいですそんな。
あのね。
でも私が毎日送るわけにはいかないし、みちるちゃんも一人でビクビク歩くより桑野さんでもいた方がマシでしょ。
でもってちょっと待てよ。
そう言われれば少しはマシかも。
評価されて光栄だな。
じゃあ
はい。よくされて。光栄。光栄だな。
お願いしますね。
でも今仕事が大変なんだよ。
送るぐらいできるでしょ。どうせお隣なんだから。
それをやって僕に何かメリットでもあるんですか？
少しは人間らしくなるチャンスですよ。
おやすみなさい。
Always love it when other people volunteer you for work or volunteer your help.
私タクシーで帰るから大丈夫です。
今の OK だと思うけど、多分。
あれで？
で、何時にどこで待ち合わせする？決めとこう。
桑野さん。
はい。
ちょっと。
何？
花柄。
このデザインに花柄をあしらってみたらどうなるか試しにやってみたんですけど。
あしらって。あしらってみたら。おい。あしらってみたら。
見ます？
見ます？
まあ一応。
That is kind of.
ちょっと大丈夫ですか？
クライアントと話してきた。
どうせ迷惑かけるんだから 俺は降りるぞ。
まあ聞きなさいよ。とにかく説得して全面的じゃなくどっか一部に花柄をあしらうってことで納得してくれたから。
じゃあテーブルの下にでもつける。
自分に意見を通すだけじゃなくて注文に応じるのも建築家の仕事でしょ。
注文に応じるのも建築家の仕事でしょ。
向こうだって妥協してくれてんだから。
妥協。向こうだって妥協してくれたんだから。
まあトライしてみるのもいいんじゃないですかね。
そう、それができればプロとしてワンランク上に行けるんじゃないのかな。
ワンランク。うん。プロとしてワンランクに。しょうがない。
しょうがない。一応案出してみるか。
こんなやり方もあったのかって向こうを感心させるくらいのもの見せてやんなさいよ。
サブシングル。金田。
金田。
今日も元気だな。
今日も元気だな。
遅いな。ボディーガードは必要な時にもさっと来てくれないとね。
来てくれない。
あ、来たボディーガード。
わざわざすいません。
わざわざすいません。こんばんは。
いや。
いや。
じゃあ行こっか。
俺も何か。
飲むんですか？
いやいや。
ペペロンチーノっていうさ、だからそれはペペさんだから、ロンさんなら
ペペロンチーノ。ペペロンチーノ。Don't really know what that is. I'm assuming it's a food. ペペさん。そのかな。
チーノさん？
3人いんの？
いや、わからないよ。
いない。送ってくれたのは感謝しますけど、気まずいからなんか話してもらえません？
送った上にトークのサービスまでさせられるのか。
嫌ならいいです。
そのストーカーってのは何者なんだ？
わからないんです、メールが来るだけで。
大げさだな。
桑野さんは女性にとってそういうのがどんなに怖いか知らないんですよ。夜歩くときこうやって110番にかける用意しながら歩いたりしてるんですよ、みんな。
用意しながら歩いたりしてるんですよ。
取り越し苦労ってやつじゃないのか。
取り越し苦労。取り越し苦労ってやつじゃないんだ。
いいやつかもしれないじゃねえか。
何ですかそれ。
人と人との関わり合いというのは一概に
知的なやつかもしれない。
言えないんだよ。人生というものはそう簡単だよ。
桑野さんってケンとは仲良くなれるのに人と仲良くなりたいとは思わないんですか？
違いに言えないんだよ。人生というものはそう簡単に、
俺と仲良くなりたいの？
そんなこと言ってません。一般論で聞いてるんです。
相手にもよるね。
例えば
お二人さんデートですか？でその目は。すいません。
すいません。
別に。
別に。
さっきの質問の答え、
何？
どんな人なら仲良くなりたいか。
モナリザ。
生きてる人で。
よし、よし、あ、危ない。よし、
波長が合うのかな。
波長が合うのかな。
D の70395園児の婦人車です。
園児の不風車です。婦人車です。園児の婦人です。
あった。昨日。ああ、そうですか。あ、どうも。あの自転車、昨日の昼間五反田で盗まれたみたいですね。
昨日の昼間は事務所で仕事してました。
そうですか。
部下も一緒です。これ完璧なアリバイだ。
まあいいでしょう。一応ね、盗難届が出ていたものだから。
盗難届か。盗難届。盗難届が出ていたものだから。
じゃあ帰っていいですか？
結構ですよ。落ちてる自転車勝手に乗らないようにね。
そんなことよりこの人ストーカーの被害に遭ってるんですよ。なんとかしてあげてください。
被害って？
誰だかわからない人から変なメールがしょっちゅう来るんです。
メールね。それだけですか？
それだけって、それだけのことで女性がどんなに怖い思いしてるのかあんた知ってんですか？夜道歩くのに携帯に110番って打っていつでも押せるようにして歩いたりしてるんですよ。
まあ何かあったら連絡ください。
何かあってからじゃ遅いでしょ。
何があったら
権力ばっか振りかざして。
権力なんか権力ばっか振りかざして生活振りかざす
税金払っても何とかしてくださいよ。
I hate when people say that. 税金払った分何とかしてくれ。I pay taxes, so do something. Jeez.
桑野さんって人がますますわからなくなりました。
仲間ね。
一体何を考えてるんだか。
心で思ってることと表に出すことが違ってる場合が多いのよね。
夏美さんはそこまで分かってるんですね。
そこまではね。その先はまだ。
いつか分かりたいみたいに聞こえますけど。
言葉のあや。
おまわりさんに私の代わりにいろいろ言ってくれたんです。
そう。
なんかちょっと嬉しかった。
そう。
以上ご報告でした。おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
寂しい。
なんだ、君には似合わない。まずい、彼氏と誤解されたかな。っていうか、私たちを見てたってことは。
カメラ更新してる。
ハワイ。
桑野さん、
はい。
昨日みちるさんと2人で歩いてませんでした？
見てたのか。
見てたのか。
どうしてまた？
一緒に歩いて何が悪い？
いや、悪くないですけど、
こんにちは。どうできた？
まだだ。
まだなの？
あれ、ずっとなんか書いてませんでしたっけ、そこに。
見せなさいよ。どれどれ。できてるじゃない。
これならいけますよ。
そんなの最低だよ。ちょっと気分転換に外出てくる。
気分転換。気分転換。ちょっと気分転換に外出てくる。
これクライアントに見せて OK 取るわよ。
俺がそういう仕事をしたっていうのは秘密だぞ。俺のキャリアにはなかったことにするからな。
相当嫌だったんですね。
やっぱり夜道は怖いですよね。私何かあったらあの家に逃げ込もうって目標を定めながら歩いてます。私
目標や目標定め目標定めながら。
も家帰ってからしばらく電気つけません。あの部屋だって特定されたら怖いじゃないですか。
いろいろ考えてんのね。私こんな無防備で。
暴民。この5人
なんでこれまで無事だったんだろう。
無事だったんだ
ねお願い、はい、どうぞ。どうされましたか？
いや、なんかほら胃がしくしくと痛んで。
シクシク。驚いなく勢いなくしくしくと言いたいんだ。
しくしくとね。
ここのとこ仕事でいろいろありましてそれはなんとか片付けましたけど。
そうですか。おまわりさんに何とかしてやれって掛け合ってあげたそうじゃないですか。
何とかしてやれって掛け合ってあげたそうじゃ。
いちいち報告受けてんですか？
みちるちゃん嬉しかったって言ってましたよ。
なんでそういうこと僕に言うかな。
言ったっていいじゃないですか。褒めてるんですよ。
おせっかい。
褒めてるんですよ。
だな。
おせっかい。おせっかいだな。
そういう性格なんです。
厄介な性格だ。
あな
厄介な。厄介な。厄介な性格だ。
たほどじゃありません。
え、増築？
そう、この家をお母さんも一緒に住めるように増築するの。
増築。What, expanding on the house? 増築 extension. Yeah. 増築。家のお母さんにも一緒に住めるように増築するの。
お兄ちゃん、設計お願いできる？
誰がそんなこと頼んだの？私はこの家に来るなんて一言も言ってませんよ。
お母さんが老人ホームに入るっていうの、はいそうですかって見てられる？
別に私の心配はいいから、もう自分の家族の心配してなさい。
でもお母さんをほっといて僕らの幸せもないですから、ケイちゃんの気持ちもわかるんですよ。
それでお気持ちはありがたいですけどね。
お兄ちゃんがさっさと結婚さえしてればね。
毎回同じことばっかり言ってんじゃない。
毎回同
じことばっかり言ってんじゃないね。
じことばっかり言わせてるんでしょ。何パパ？
いやでも。
田村みちる？
ちょっと読むなよお前。
田村さんって隣のお嬢さんね。
隣のお嬢さんって？
それがね。
余計なこと言うな。あ、今どこ？迎えに行くから。
私今エイジ君たちと飲んでるんで、今日はタクシーで帰ります。
でもどうせほら犬の散歩もあるだろ。
ああ、そうですね。じゃあ帰ったら電話します。はい。
それがね、なかなか可愛らしいお嬢さんなのよ。
おじちゃんデート？
違うよ。
あのお嬢さんもいいかもね。少し年は離れてるけど、最近はそういうのも流行りなんでしょ。
I think it's been going on more than recently.
若い子かいいな。
パ
早坂先生は大人だししっかりしていらっしゃるけど、それだけにあの方を満足させる男性はなかなかいないわ。その点若い人の方が点数は甘いでしょう。
その人でいいじゃない。結婚すれば。
桑野さんと？そんなわけないじゃん。
そうかな、意外と盲点。さっき
盲点。意外と盲点みたい。
電話してる時ちょっとデートの約束してるみたいだった。
ちょっとこの際誰でもいいからくっつけようとしてない？
そんな
くっつけよう。くっつけよう。いや。この際誰でもか。くっつけようとしてない。
ことよりさ、メールの犯人が誰なのか、そっちの方が問題なんじゃないの？
いつからだっけ
4日前かな。
その頃メールアド知ったってことかな。なんか心当たりない？
心当たりない。なんか
ないなあ。
心当たり。これにこれと思い当たること。なんか心当たりない？
どうぞ。
ありがとう。
いらっしゃいませ。
どうも。
どうも。
どうぞ。俺はいつもの。はい。君何する？
ねえ、元彼がしつこいの。
しつこい。しつこい。元彼がしつこいの。
そんなの俺が守ってやるよ。
本当に？
ああ。
頼もしい。
俺の京子に近づくなってね。
京子に。京子。京子に近づくな。
愛する女を守るのは男の役目。いや、男の喜びだからね。
嬉しい。
おかわりはいかがですか？いや、いいや。お勘定して。
勘定して。
でもね、元彼ボクサーだから気をつけてね。
おかわり。ダブル。
スプーンいりませんし、ポイントカードもありませんよね。
はい。
952円になります。
えったよ。
ちょうどお預かりします。
あ、
あれ？
ちょうどよかった。来てください。
メールの犯人？
ええ、どうやらその男だって可能性が高いようなんです。
日曜日に千鶴とデックスに行ったんですよ。
また。
デックスに行ったの？
女同士か。
いいから。
そこでお化け屋敷に入って。
お化け屋敷。お化け屋敷。OK。お化け。お化け屋敷。お化け屋敷に入って。
出てきたとこで携帯落としたことに気づいて。そしたら中の人が拾ってくれたんです。
中の人って？
ミイラ男。ほんの5分か。
ミイラ男。Mirror? ミイラ、マミ。OK。ミイラ男。
10分だけど他の人の手に携帯が渡ったのってあの時だけなんですよね。
その時にアドレスとか見られたのか。
なるほど。まあよかったじゃないか、犯人が分かって。
分かっただけじゃダメでしょ。その人にやめるように言ってください。
俺が？
こういうことは男性の方にやってもらった方がね。
だってエイジは
最初エイジ君がやろうって言ってくれたんですけど、沙織ちゃんが止めたんです。もし相手が逆ギレして刺されたりしたらどうするんだって。
もし相手が逆ギレして相手が逆ギレして刺されたりしたら、Let's see what's saying. どうするんだ？逆ギレ。Oh, and this is a good word that sometimes you hear. 逆ギレ. Yeah, it's like being angry at someone that's who no be angry at you. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Being angry at the victim because they are.
俺は刺されてもいいってのか？
桑野さんが行かないなら私が一人で来ます。明日外来ないんで。
なんだ、そういう言い方すればもう俺が OK すると思ってるでしょ。
それは思ってるでしょ。まったくいつも変なこと。
まったくいつも変なことに巻き込まれる。だから人間関係ってやつ。お縁側か。
縁側か。縁側。縁側。ブランド。縁側。
ああ、ここですよ。行きましょう。
行きましょう。
大人2枚。
はい、1000円です。
本当私こういうのダメなんです。桑野さん、こういうの平気ですか？
別に。
効果者。効果音。お、I was thinking 効果音。
ただの音ですから。
悲鳴。めき声。めき声。
あれ。
雪女。
失礼しました。
行きましたよ。行きましょう。今のは雪女ですね。北国には雪女の伝説がいろいろとあります。地方によっては雪のせいとか吹雪で死んだ女の霊とか。
雪のせい。Alright. So in the snowfall. 雪のせいとか吹雪で死んだ女の夏霊女の霊とか吹雪 should be blizzard, right? 強い風よ。
まあ珍しいとこでは月星界から降りてきたなんて話もあるくらいですよ。
そうです。
月星界から降りてきたなんで話もあるくらいですよ。そうですよ。
は？ちょっといいですか？
何か？だから知りませんよ、そんなこと。
いや、だけど
彼女の携帯見たのはあなたしかいない。
俺だって証拠でもあるんですか？
どうしたの？
なんか変な因縁つけられちゃってさ。
変な因縁。なんか変な因縁つけられちゃってさ。
失礼ですが、おとついの夜はどこにいました？
おとつい。おとつい。そう、おととい。There, I don't think I've heard it that way. Let's see. 失礼。おとついの夜は。
おとついなら、ここで働いてたけどな。
私も一緒にいましたけど。
犯人はおとついの夜、俺とこの子が歩いてるのを近くで見てた。けどあの男はあそこで働いていた。いや、証人もいる。完璧なアリバイだな。
やっぱり人違いなのかな。
余計な手間取らせてすいませんでした。
でもあの人じゃないんだったら本当の犯人が他にいるってことでしょ。
俺の勘ではない。あの警官怪しいな。
でもあのおまわりさんがどうして私のメールアドレスわかるんですか？
これはね、何か意外なからくりがあるに違いない。
からくり。意外なからくり。からくりがあるに違いない。
適当なこと言ってないで真面目に考えてあげてください。ちゃんとボディーガードやってるかと思うと茶化すようなこと言うし。
茶化すようなこと言う。一貫性。一貫性がないというか。
一貫性がないっていうか。
僕は一貫してしょうがなくあなたに付き合ってるんですよ、今日だって。
そうですか。
あなたは人の世話を焼いてれば、それは自分の寂しさが紛らわせるからいいかもしれませんけどね。
あなたが人の世話を焼いていれば、それは自分の寂しさが巻き割れず。 Magi wa magira. Let's hear that again.
紛らわす
Magirawasu.
付き合わされるこっちの身にもなってほしい。
よし。
え？
ひどい。
どうしても私を寂しい女にしたいらしいですね。
図星だから怒るんでしょ。
This Zuboshi. That astrology? Tokuro. Bullseye mark. Ah, darts, okay. Zuboshi だから怒るんでしょう。Zuboshi だから怒るんでしょう。
そうです。寂しいのかもしれません。あなたみたいに一人ぼっちで平気な人には分からないかもしれないけど。
わかりませんよ。
今夜からみちるちゃんは私が家まで送ります。桑野さんにはもう頼みません。後で電話するね。はい。
がっかり。私の中で桑野さんのポイント少し上がってたのに。それじゃ
上がってた。いつ？
模型の方は今日中になんとかなりますので。
じゃあパースの仕上げ18日までにお願いね。
わかりました。
なんだこれ。ちょっと。
うわ、ネットに出ちゃってる。
どういうこと？
漏れるとしたらお前らしかいないだろ。
私はお客様に見せただけよ。
俺は内装業者に見せたぐらいですかね。
内装業者に見せたぐらい。
それだ。お前不用意にコピーさせたりしたんだろ。
不用意にさせたり。
そんなにこれ人に見られるのが嫌なんですか？
どう見たってバカにしてんだろこれ。
だってバカにしてんだろこれ。
人がどう思うと自分が納得したら関係ないじゃない。
俺が納得してるわけないだろ。
嫌なら断ればよかったじゃないですか。
やれって言っただろ。
そりゃ言いますよ。ほいほい仕事断ってたら俺の給料にまで差し支えるんですから。
ほいほいほいほい仕事断ってたら俺の給料まで差し支えるんですから。
まったく役に立たない割には余計なこと言いやがって。
そんなに邪魔ならクビにしてもらっても結構ですよ。
そんなに邪魔ならクビにしてもらって結構ですよ。
こんなことしてたら誰もそばにいなくなるわよ。
結構だ。
あ、そう。じゃあ私も帰るわね。
桑野建築設計事務所の村上です。ちょっと聞きたいことあるんでこれから言っていいですか？
この建築設計事務所の村上です。ちょっと聞きたいことあるんでこれから
スプーンお付けしますか？スプーンお付けしますか？
つけますね。
つけません。
ポイントカードはお持ちですか？
前トニー。 休業。
はい。
エイジ君が怪我したらしいの。
え？なんで？
詳しいことはわからない。私も今病院に向かってるとこ。
どうした？
すいません。
ネットに流した犯人、内装業者の若い社員だったんだって。
ネットに流した犯人。内装。内装業者の若い社員だったんだって。
その人殴ろうとして逆にやられちゃったみたいで。
俺喧嘩弱いの忘れてました。
何やってんだバカ！
桑名さんと2人にしてもらっていいですか？すいませんでした。やっぱり俺のミスでした。不用意にコピー取らせたせいで。
まあいいや。だからってお前殴りに行くやつあるかよ。
だってわかるから俺。
え？
自分のポリシー曲げて花柄を入れることが桑野さんにとってどれだけ辛かったかわかるから。なのに俺のミスであんなことに。俺桑野さんの部下です。桑野さんの味方です。だから俺のこといなくていいなんて思わないでください。
バカ。ちょっとトイレで。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。
エイジ君の怪我大したことなくてよかったですね。
ええ。あの子に聞いたんですけど、桑名にみちるちゃんのボディーガードを頼んだんですって。
ええ。
不思議な人ですね、夏美さんって。
え？
この間は私と桑名をくっつけようとするし。
つけようとするし。
不思議ですか？
不思議ですか？
気持ちとは逆なことをしてるように私には見えるから。
早坂先生。
はい。
お電話です。みちるさんから。
それじゃもしもしみちるちゃん、ごめん、もうすぐ仕事終わるから。
いるんです。
誰が？
ミイラ男。
え？
Kamoto. I think it's sniffling, but Kamu. Kamu. あれ？
あれ？
いるね。
さっき来たメール。
何する気だろう。
警察呼びます？
でもまだ何もしてないし。
じゃあどうしたら。
私が話す。あ？
あ。
ああ、結局あんたか。一緒にいたって嘘ついてもらったな。
何のことかな。
あの子に近づかないでもらえますか。あの子は俺のお隣さんで、これまでにもいろいろ世話になってるもんですから、怖い思いさせたくないんですよ。二度とあの子に近づくな。メールも出すな。
僕はただ彼女と。
もう一度言う。あの子に近づくな。
すいません。
まあ多分これでも
はい。
うエイジを送ってからいけないんで。
はい。 それじゃあここで。ありがとうございました。
おやすみ。
私ちょっと困ったことになったかも。なんかすごく困ったことになった。
今度は何なの？
私桑野さんのことを好きになっちゃったかも。どうしましょう。
どうしましょうって。
どうしましょうって。まさかよりによって桑野さん。
誰だこんな時間に。はい。
Yeah. All right, cool. So that's episode 11. And like I said, I'll probably go and do episode 12 soon after this. I'm still going to stop the stream for a little bit, just so it loads up as a separate video. But yeah, it's a good. Now this is with this video again. That's an issue. Again, it's probably an issue in most large cities, and that it's probably and it's something like again as from a male perspective, probably doesn't have to worry about as much as from a female perspective. When it comes to stalkers, I guess the best way is imagine as a guy, you know, if let's say a random person comes up and compliments a lady and whatnot, and how they're going to be disturbing and just scary at times, you know, worried depending on the situation. I guess for guys, it's like imagine if a person comes up and asks you for money, especially if it's 2 or 3 guys just come up and ask you for money. How worried would you be? It's like, do you really need to? They're just asking, right? They're not demanding, and they're just being nice about it. So it can bring about, or even if it's just one person is not in a situation you feel like you're in a danger or whatnot. It still is like it's still uncomfortable. It puts you in an uncomfortable position. So I think that's a interesting way of looking at it. Because I've lived in Japan enough, and I've heard stories from friends about what they experienced, especially on trains when they were in their youth. Some is like as kids. I mean, some horrific stuff. And it's not like it's it's everybody. Just that it's just what happens when you're on trains. If it's a crowded train, unfortunately, the other people. It's basically just camouflage for the either the cowardly or the predators. Yeah. So you got those that. They feel like okay, they're safe. That they can get away with doing something if no one else can see it and whatnot. And they have a way of escaping if need be. So that's why again, we hear on, especially in Japan, and again, you have like in certain trains during rush hour or whatnot, when trains are crowded, they are female-only trains. It's not just female. I mean, it also is like children as well. So I mean, this goes like that. You got some people that complain. It's like, oh, it's not right. This is the discrimination. It's like, well, yeah, it's a positive type of discrimination, and that again, we're, when you look at the situation in reality, when you got, if 90% of the passengers during this time are male, and even if it's just 0.1% of those is a criminal, let's just say something as small as that. When you're dealing with 1,000 people, that's still, again, you've got 1 or 2 criminals in there that are willing to. If they can spot a female, they feel they have access. They can violate that person, and they feel they can be safe to getting away with it because their risk of being caught is lower. But again, if it's then you put the crowd among. Again, you can have a choice where they can be separated. And again, it doesn't mean justify any action. If a female doesn't use the female-only cars, that doesn't mean it justifies any action toward them at all. And some people think, oh, it doesn't work that way either. This is probably not a good conversation. In fact, let me go and bring up my microphone. Sorry. This is probably not a. This isn't a very comfortable subject to talk about. I understand that, but sometimes it pops up when it deals with it. It's not like this is unique to Japan. This is just unique to probably the human race, especially in larger metropolitan cities where you do have mass transit, crowded mass transit, and it's also the same like probably with burglaries break-in. It's easier to, if you got like a large choice of burglar an apartment building, if you have access to it. If not, it's much more safer. Like again, you saw in the apartment building, it had a door in front where you had to be either had a key to get in, or someone inside has to let you in. So there's a level of safety there. But you do have to worry about people can bypass the safety measure because the stalking. Again, you're surrounded by hundreds, thousands of people. There's no way you can know everyone who's looking. So that's, if you feel like, hey, someone is stalking you, you got that. You have no idea. You have to be paranoid of everybody, and this is the much more paranoid in a larger city where a lot of people are people you don't know, as opposed to a smaller town. Just the nature of the unfortunately, just the nature of society at that point. But yeah, it's nothing unique to Japan. It is nothing unique to Japan. I've never, and like I said, because I've lived in larger cities, well, in San Diego, I lived in San Diego, and there the mass transit is a little differently. At least in Japan, it was, to get on a train, you have to at least buy a ticket. And the problem with San Diego, they were trolleys, and they didn't have any type of controlled access. So their idea is like, okay, occasionally put a guard or a cop or whatnot will walk through, or a trolley official will walk through and ask to see people's tickets now and again. But it isn't 100%, so that means that people can sneak on and get off, and that of course means that it just there were some other issues as well. But again, if it was a crowded thing, you have run into the same problem. You could be going through and you feel worried that could someone come in, probably violate you and then get off the next stop, and there's nothing really you can do about it. What's the control? So I can see the worry there. So yeah, it's an interesting episode. There are some other episodes in Japanese TV shows that go much more extreme situations as to what could happen. And again, I've heard stories that were much more extreme, and again from friends and who have no reason to lie about that. Whereas I'm a guy, I just don't have to experience. First off, I stand out, and I'm a big guy, so it's not like I'm not the primary target. So I just cannot have that point of view. I've been in dangerous situations. I've been in situations where I'm worried about, but it's not on a daily. Right. Whereas you can have some women or children that they may have to worry about that on the daily, just as was mentioned in the episode. So yeah, it's a good story to watch. Again, this is the benefit of stories like this with this TV show, and that they will bring up subjects that are useful to talk about. And bring it up, and if you're doing iTalk or some other where you are discussing stuff with the native, bring up these points. Say, hey, what is this that applies, and make sure it applies. It may not apply to today's world. It might just be, again, this is a TV show that's 14 years old. Maybe 14 years ago it was more relevant. I think at least a situation like that is still relevant. It's still very easy to get a private email and send it to someone. Probably, I wouldn't, I would imagine if you do it from a phone, they'll be able to track you, but you never know. The thing about being caught with something stolen, that happens. Bicycles are very easily stolen item, and it looked like they were saying there it was stolen, done whatever, and probably most likely what happened for a lot of bicycles, not stolen to sell. They're stolen because there's probably a drunk guy wanting to get home and doesn't want to walk, so he finds a bike that's unlocked, so he just takes the bike home and then abandons it somewhere. That's very common. It's happened to my bikes a couple of times that way, because again, there's not too much on that. Reselling used items in Japan is not very common, so I can't imagine that. But yeah, and the police will check your bicycles. If you're riding a bike, I think I've been checked twice, but sometimes, like in Tokyo, you might get checked more often. And yeah, it might sound a little racist that yeah, if you look foreign and you're on a bicycle, they might say, okay, that's not a bicycle I normally see before, so the cops are going to stop you and check for registration of the bicycle. But yeah, okay, it's it's targeting. Yeah, that is true. It's profiling. So there you go. But yeah, it's kind of hard to fight. You're not going to change it or whatnot. But it's just, kind of like when you hear about drugs, they're always talking about how they got the drugs from some person in Roppongi. And it's always some foreigner in Roppongi. That's where they got the marijuana, because that's apparently the only place you can get marijuana is from some foreigner in Roppongi. It couldn't be from the, usually it's a famous person gets caught, and it could never have been from their agent or anything. God, no, it's like, whatever. They even got their, but that's a issue with the people that may be famous. And again, also that news article about the lady who had narcotics, got with she was a actress or a stage actress being caught with narcotics. But yeah, I think though definitely you feel safer with the police here than I think probably people would feel with major city police in the U.S. I'm guessing here. I mean, at least in Japan, they do have those little boxes like you saw there. So the Toban and Koban, Koban, and the benefit there is again, it's a small little. It's not a police station. It's just basically a police box, and there may be 3 or 4 people work out of that police box. If it's manned, sometimes it's not manned. It's just during certain hours it might be manned, depending on the number of people available. And so you can go there and make a report, file a report, or ask for help or something, whatever. It's just very approachable. You'll see the police kind of walking around. And again, those are the ones that are made to look conspicuous. The Omowari-san. There's also going to be plainclothes policemen that are all about, and of course those on motorcycles and cars and whatnot, doing their thing. And let's see, you'll see sheriff. What do you mean check your bike? Is there a license for owning a bike? It's not a license, as it's not movement rider. It's there's a registration. So again, when you buy a bike, you're supposed to have it registered, and they'll check the registration to see if that bike was reported as stolen. That's all. So it's just a registration number that is on the bicycle. And you're supposed to also, I'm guessing, carry the registration for the bicycle. Because again, you might be talking about a $200 or $300 or even more expensive type of item. That's very easily pilfered. So it's say it's probably good if occasionally you find people checking registration. That way, you're less likely to be riding a stolen bike. If you got to worry about police checking whether or not that bike's stolen. If you get your bike stolen, they're not going to put out an APB or anything. It's just going to be they store it in the system and okay, that's it. If it pops up, it pops up. Most likely it'll end up being abandoned. The city will come by and get the bike. They'll put a little piece of paper on the ground or on the wall near where the bike was at saying, hey, this was parked illegally. We're throwing it into the compound. We're impounding it. And probably then they'll look at the registration. They might notify you. I don't know. That hasn't happened to me. But I have had where my bike was impounded, so I had to go there and pay like 20 or 30 or 2,000, 3,000 yen and get the bicycle back. So it was a tedious, but yeah, it was my own fault. I parked it where it shouldn't have been parked. So yeah, it's not like I could, get all upset, get mad at them because I was the one who was, I was the one in the wrong type thing. Oh, yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't think I've had too much of a problem living in Japan. It's you always hear from other people, it does feel safe. But again, I'm saying safe from a perspective of this big burly white guy who lives in Japan. I can't say it from the perspective of a female. I just can't, whether native Japanese or foreign Japanese. I've heard it again, it just depends how you're talking. I've heard like some ladies when they're walking by themselves, they will be bothered by some drunk Japanese guys, for example, like you kind of saw in the TV show. Like, guy just approached him acting like basically an asshole, but yeah, he left. So yeah, they're pretty much harmless, but they can be kind of annoying at times, especially when they're drunk. Good gods, okay. Yeah, it can get crazy. But also, again, they can be harmless drunks or they can be annoying drunks. It depends. But when you're a lady and you got to be worried, like, hey, this is a person who could, if they wanted to, hurt them, and and they have little retaliation to that. I can understand the worry and concern. Okay, so again, it was a good episode. Good episode. This, and like I said, the entire season, the entire series, you could watch, and each episode brings up something you can talk about. Working, pay, small business, working in a hospital, working in a car dealership, going out to eat, meeting up with friends, dating, the passing of family members passing away, the ceremonies that happen, on the anniversaries of family members' deaths. Again, you have lots of stuff in this series you can talk about that are really good things to discuss and to help you understand the Japanese culture, the modern Japanese culture, that much better. Okay. All right. With that, I'll call it time. And again, I'll be back on the stream a little bit later. I'm not going to give a time, but I should be coming back on a little bit and finishing up with the last episode of the series, episode 12. And when that's over, again, there probably won't be a live stream tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then definitely Thursday. I'll be starting up with Harry Potter and seeing how that goes. I'm looking forward to it. Again, Harry Potter is interesting, and it's again, reading it to an audiobook. We've had experience with that with 3 books already, so so this will be the fourth, and the fourth is actually in 2 parts. So I consider that, I'll treat that as 2 books, and it's just going to make it easier when it comes to I'm saying how much have I read. Well, okay, I look at it not just in if a book's this thick or that thick. I can't say each one's a book. I like to treat each of those are light novels. So right now I've read up to 3 light novels live streamed. So I'll be a 4th and a 5th with book 1, and then 6th and a 7th with book 2. And go from there. And each one's going to take roughly about 10 hours, I guess. And again, the time will be faster and faster as time goes on. The amount I can read per, because again, you pause less. Harry Potter, though, I might pause more because there's going to be a lot of words that are. It's just going to be a lot of words. We'll see how that works. Even if I know the story, that doesn't mean I know. Again, it's been a while since I've read the story in English, so a lot of stuff is going to be forgotten. Even when the last time I read part of it in Japanese, it's going to be some stuff to be forgotten. So it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully other people will appreciate it as well. Hana-chan, just to thank you for the questions, by the way, everyone, and yeah, this channel gets hit with copyright strikes every day. I could show you the numbers. In fact, my highest viewed video, if you go look at the most viewed video, it's that one episode of Yusei no Kizuna, and it's episode 10. For some reason, because it got a copyright hit, and for some reason, whoever decided to use this for advertising, and so there's like tens of thousands of views on that video. But it has nothing to do with the fact that it's me reading Japanese. It's just some type of song on there. Now I can't tell what part of the video and what song are they looking at, but yeah, that's the reason why there's a lot of views on that video. I guess I can bring it up and see what I don't think I can see where in the video is causing all the views, but I'm pretty sure it's just one of those songs that got hit and that they're using that in advertisement. There you go. I don't know. It's also kind of the reason why I started doing the instead of muting the microphone up above, actually it's over there. Yeah, well, over there. You can't see where the muting of the microphone is. I was muting the microphone, but I think now I put noise onto the line. So and again, it does make it more of a let's read, where this is a kind of like a let's play, let's react. It's what it is, because like I said, that's what's happening. That's why this face is here in the lower corner instead of hidden. Because really, this part here is not needed. You don't need to be seeing me for this part. Same thing, But I enjoyed adding the video where it's available. I just got to be really careful about that because they will look for images and whatnot. And that's why. And the reason why I like that is it also will play the subtitles or show the subtitles if I happen to have them and have the timing done on them correct. But if not, the main thing is this. Over here is the transcript or the subtitles. That's the main thing here, and the audio. That's the main goal of this, and that's why I think hopefully I'm creating something a little bit different, a little new. Now, and if you go on YouTube and you look, there is a channel that does this with visual novels, and it's a Japanese channel. Right, the person doing it is Japanese, and he'll even read out the portions that don't have dialogue to it, that are not spoken. He'll read that out loud sometimes. So it's a good channel of that. But he's not kind of doing what I'm doing, where it's this is pretty much kind of like doing a full Let's Play, or a what is the term when you just show it as a movie? Like you show all the cinematic parts of a video game. Like it's treating it like a movie. Whatever the term, it's pretty much doing that, but with a visual novel. And again, if you find it, go for it. Find a resource. If you find a good resource and it's something that gets you into reading and watching a lot of Japanese, go with it. And don't look back. Enjoy it. Okay, I think that's enough for me. Thank you all very much. This is Nuke Marine. This was episode 11. Be back with episode 12 of Kekkon Dekinai Otoko, and then finishing off the series and going on to Harry Potter soon after that. Thank you all very much, and let me say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Later.